Today I'm going to show you how to plant tomatoes in a grow bag. We're going to use tomato pots as well as a grow bag. These are just a pot with no bottom in. If you've got some old pots, you can just use those, just cut the bottom out. Make sure that they're in the grow bags really securely. And it just gives a bit more compost for the tomatoes to grow in. They can put out more roots up the stem, and the more roots they have, the more water and feed they can take up. I'm just going to put some compost in to start with. This is Jack's Magic, which is a really nice loose compost. Just put a bit in the bottom of each pot. Tamp it down a bit. Right, the tomatoes we're using are grafted tomatoes. Personally, I've never grown them before, but they're supposed to be more disease resistant, stronger, healthier than the ordinary ones. So just take it out of the pot, put it in the centre and just fill it up with compost. This one is a cherry tomato, which are just absolutely sweet and delicious. Should be enough. Leave a little bit of room at the top so you can get the water in. Right, the next one is Shirley, which is just a big ordinary tomato. Just ease it out. And the same again. At some stage, when they've grown a little bit bigger, you will need to spot them with canes, because these are all cordon tomatoes, which means they grow up in one single stem. You can get little bush tomatoes as well, which don't need supporting but are a lot smaller, and you don't quite get the yield off them that you do off these. And the third one we've got is killed tarties. I've never heard of that before, and it's a little plum one. Again, if you're short of space, you've only got a patio or a backyard, these grow bags are absolutely ideal for getting a decent crop of tomatoes from very little space. You can also grow them in the greenhouse, or in one of those little poly greenhouses that you can get that just takes one grow bag. It'll be interesting at the end of the year to see how well these have compared to the ones that we're going to grow in the greenhouse. That's that one full. That's that. Right, that's them planted. Just water them in well as soon as you planted them. Don't forget to keep them nice and evenly moist. If you let them dry out and then give them a whole lot of water, the fruits will start to split. And once the first truss has formed with tomatoes on it, start feeding them once a week with Tomarite or a high potash tomato feed.